Got the block pretty much degreased around here, and you see I have it on the ground actually, and that is because as the thingamabob, the plate comes in for the motor stand, then you can't get in. And definitely what you want to do before you reassemble the lower oil pan or anything like that, you want to make sure you do this because this is sealed here and this rear main seal, and you know, this all butts up against it, so it's just a whole lot better if you get this rear plate and rear main seal done before you do this bottom upper oil pan. You'll notice these bolts are covered with sealant. If you do not seal these guys, they will leak. So you definitely seal those up. Like a bit of resistance as this is coming out. Someone was really happy with the RTV here. See if a lady finger will grab this. Lady foot. Yep, there you go. This actually came in really handy for once. Bam. There we go. We'll get that all cleaned up in the parts washer and get this all scrubbed off too. And to punch this seal out, I'm going to use my old Audi seal driver. There we go. And I'm going to use this seal to help me put the new one in as well. And I want to show you here. Right here. Let's see if we can kind of scraper here. So this right here is a machined piece in here. Everything else looks quite nice. I don't think I'll be going with a repair sleeve on it because typically you'll see it when it's worn in, and this is quite nice in here, so I'll be leaving that alone. Ladies and gentlemen, this is big step. We are putting our first piece back on the engine. It's for make great benefit of great nation of Kazakhstan here. We're going to be using L-Ring Curel T2 gasket maker. This thing's rated from -67 up to 517 Fahrenheit. I don't know what the minimum cure temperature is. You know, typically on Permatex it has to be above freezing. But if this could cure in sub-zero temperatures, that'd be fantastic. Pay attention on this guy here. This is where the main oil gallery from the block is, and then it distributes it out to the heads. I think one of them is actually a drain. In fact, this is a drain. This is a high pressure feed to a head. This is a drain, so it comes out here, dumps it onto the oil pan. You don't want any leaks here. That's high pressure. You want a good surface there. I've cleaned this, spent probably another hour just cleaning out the mating surfaces. And you'll notice, you know, the crankshaft, I haven't taken the crankshaft out. There's no episode of me taking out the crank, checking out the bearings or anything. And I'll tell you why. This is a 6-bolt main on the first 3, and a 4-bolt main on the outside. They are one-time use studs, one-time use bolts on these mains. I think the bolts could be reusable, but the studs are one-time use only. I don't want to spend another $300-400 just as studs to do an inspection. The rod bearings, the rods I could, assuming the neck down portion isn't too small, they haven't been over torqued before. I'll tell you also why. So yeah, I'm being cheap, I guess. That's the end. That's the end all solution. I'm being cheap about it. But I didn't see anything in the oil pan, nor did I see anything in the filter that would make me want to change my opinion about that. If I saw a little bit of shaving somewhere, then I would reconsider it. But I haven't. So basically, fuck it, run it. It's a little bit dicey because there's $700 worth of seals and random things on the engine that I can't necessarily get back if this thing goes boom. But I'd rather be 700 in than another like 1400 in or whatever. So yeah, we're just gonna run this thing. Now, if I was doing this for somebody, if I was this deep in an engine, you bet I would be going through everything, because I would not want the liability to go through this whole thing and not even check. Yeah, it's gonna cost $300-400 in materials and some time, but there's no way if you're this deep into an engine and you're not checking anything. That's just poor workmanship. But since this is my car, and I'm footing the bill on this one, we're just running it. So I'm running these outer bolts in here just to help me guide the seal on a bit without disturbing the forma gasket. Now you just kind of tap it on. You kind of hear it when it bottoms out. Now, one thing you got to pay attention to, the long bolts go on the outside and the short bolts go in here. I'm going to mark it so if this thing blows up, I know that I was in here. You feel them. You feel that there's really not much more on there. That's it. Rear cover's on. Next, we're gonna put this seal back in. Rear main seal. I don't have the official Mercedes installation tool. What I do have is the old seal and this banger block from an Audi. So what normally you would lubricate with engine oil, but Mercedes actually requests a grease. I'm just gonna put a bit of grease on here. So the installation tool has a little pilot sleeve to put this on. We don't have that. So what we're gonna do is guide it on like so. You don't want it cocked. Just a couple little taps to make sure we get this guy started. And I'm using a smooth little pick tool here. Make sure we're good. Here's where your old seal comes into handy. Place it over like this, and now you got your banger tool here. And you'll notice a little bit, it's a little hard to see, but the top is move this like so. Now gonna get our other banger here, and just like any other main seal, that's well seated now.